Right, okay, so this morning we have got a class all around balance. So as always with the HIIT class, we'll start with fascia circles just to warm up through the body. So starting with the left leg, do a few circles through the ankles, really trying to get into the edges of the movement. So yeah, following on this theme this week of balance, all of the HIIT sessions today are requiring an element of balance. Then take those circles in the other direction. Good. Then moving into the knee. And take it the other way. And then into the hip. And take that the other way. Good, then placing the left leg down, come to the other leg and then start with the ankle. And take both in the other direction. Then into the knee. Fascial circles are a great way to get the body moving first thing in the morning. Then take those in the other direction. And then into the hip. And then take that in the other direction. Then bring in both feet to the floor. Circle through both hips, taking them right back and bringing them right forwards. And take that the other way. Getting all those cracks and creaks out of the body first thing in the morning. Then bringing the hips to stillness, circling through the ribs, really trying to move from this center part of the body. And then take those circles in the other direction. Good stuff. Sometimes it's really hard to isolate that area, so it takes a bit of concentration. Then circling through the shoulders, really hug the shoulders up to the ears and rake the shoulder blades down the back, getting into all those crunchy bits. And then take them the other way. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then roll them forwards. Then moving into the wrists, big circles into the wrists. And the other way. And then into the elbows. And again, switch direction. Then really big circles into the shoulders, really sweeping the arms up and back, making those circles as big as we can. Moving as quickly or as slowly as suits you this morning. And then take those in the other direction. Couple more. Excellent. Then allow the hand to come down by your sides and take your left ear towards your left shoulder. Have a couple of breaths here, really stretching down the right side of the neck. Then take the chin towards the shoulder and roll the head slowly around the front as you scrape your chin along your collarbones until you get to the other side. Then take your right ear towards your right shoulder and relax down the left side of the neck. Then take your chin back to the shoulder again. Scrape the chin around the collarbones as the head rolls around the front and come back to the starting position. One more each way. So take the chin down, scrape it around the front, rolling that head nice and slowly, stretching out all the muscles around the neck. And taking the chin back, roll it back around again. Then coming back to centre, chin parallel to the ground. Take a nice big inhale, and then as you exhale, turn the head and look over your left shoulder. Inhale back through centre, then exhale, turn and look over your right shoulder. Inhale through centre, exhale, twist. Inhale through centre, exhale, twist the other way. And coming back to centre, drop the chin down towards the chest, interlace the fingers and place them around the back of the skull. Really tuck the chin in as far as you can and then press the back of the head up into the hands. Excellent, then release that off. Then coming to the tops of our mats, we'll do a few sun salutations to warm up through the body. So inhaling arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Starting gently, step back to plank. Bring the knees to the floor. Then take the chest and the chin to the floor and scoot forwards into cobra. Relaxing the shoulders down the back, using the back muscles to lift the chest up and forwards. Exhale down, tuck the toes. Take the hips back towards the heels and then lift up into our first downward dog. And it's our first dog. So let's have a wiggle and a jiggle here. Maybe padding one heel down to the ground as you bend the opposite knee and move from side to side. Maybe coming up onto the tiptoes and then encouraging both heels down. Or stretching the chest through towards the thighs, wrapping the shoulders. Move or wiggle wherever you need to move or wiggle. Looking forward, step forward with the left leg, step forward with the right leg. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to the top. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forwards, big bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take the right foot back, take the left foot back to plank. Bring the knees down, bring the chest and the chin down. Then wiggle yourself forwards into cobra. Again, relaxing those shoulders down the back, using your back muscles to lift up and stretch the chest forwards. Exhale down, tuck the toes. Take the hips back towards the heels and then push up into downward facing dog. Couple of deep breaths here. Then looking forward, step forward with the right leg, step forward with the left leg. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Moving a little faster this time. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Step or jump back to plank, landing lightly. Knees, chest, chin will come down through chaturanga, into cobra or up dog. Take the hips up, come over into your downward facing dog. Looking forwards, bend the knees, step or jump forwards, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Another one like that, inhale up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step or jump back to plank, land lightly. Knees, chest, chin, or down through chaturanga. Into your cobra or your up dog. Engage the legs. Pull the tummy muscles in. Take the hips up, come over into your downward facing dog. Looking forwards, bend the knees, step or jump forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back with the left leg. Keep the left hand down. Nice bend in the front knee. Open up into twist. Trying to relax the hips down, reaching up with the right fingertips. You can either look down towards the mat or up towards the top fingers, whichever feels more comfortable. Nice big inhale here. Excellent. Exhale, bring the hand back down to the mat. Step the front leg forwards, back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or come down through chaturanga into your cobra or your up dog. Nice big inhale here. On the exhale, take the hips up, come over the toes into your downward facing dog. Inhale, float the left leg up behind you. Bring it forwards, place it between the hands. This time, drop the back heel down so you come into warrior legs and move the left hand to the inside of the front foot and open the right fingers up towards the ceiling. Good. Really stretch the fingers up and then stretch them above the head to stretch down the side of the body. So you're stretching from your fingertips all the way to the back foot. Excellent. And then bring the hand back to the mat. Take the left hand to the outside of the foot, roll onto the toes of the back foot and step forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right leg this time, step it back. Bring the right hand to the inside of the front foot and then open up through the left arm up towards the ceiling. Sink the hips down, lifting up with the fingertips. Head can be looking up or looking down, whichever you find more comfortable. Really stretch those fingers up towards the ceiling into this gentle twist. Then bring the hand back to frame the front foot. Step the front foot back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or come down through chaturanga into your cobra or your up dog. If you're in up dog, engage the legs, engage the core. Take the hips up towards the ceiling, come over into your downward facing dog. Right leg this time, float the right leg up behind you. Bring it forwards and place it at the front of the mat. This time, take your right hand to the inside of that front leg. Get comfortable in your legs, drop the back heel, nice bend in the front knee, then open the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Once you've got comfortable and your legs feel strong, take that left arm above your head to get the stretch down your side. Stretching from your fingertips all the way to the back foot. Couple of breaths here. Then bring that left hand to the mat. Roll onto the toes of the back foot, realign your hands, step forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Warm up done, well done. Okay, so hopefully everything's nice and warm. We can move into our HIIT. So as I mentioned at the start of class, today's all about balance. So moving on from what we've been doing all week around balance. So all of the HIIT rounds are based on a yoga move. The first one's based on Warrior 3. You can either do this with your fingertips on the ground, or if you can't touch your fingertips onto the ground, you can use a block or a little stool, whatever you find most comfortable. We will ground down. We'll start with the left foot on the ground. We'll take the right leg out into warrior 3. And this hip round is called warrior 3 curtsy. So we move from warrior 3 into a curtsy where the knee comes to the outside of the calf and then back up again. So we curtsy down and then back up. Curtsy down and then back up. Making sure that everything is engaged because a tight leg is a light leg. We'll do 4 rounds starting on the left foot, then 4 rounds starting on the right foot. As always, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. The 10 seconds off, I'm probably just going to have a little bit of a walk around. But do whatever you want to do in your rest. Are we ready? Of course we are, born ready. Okay, let's go. So first round, left leg is on the ground, right leg is out the back. Curtsy it down and then lift it back up. So we inhale down, exhale it back up. Again, noisy exhale, so inhale, exhale back up. Think about using your whole body. Oh, round 1's done already. This is easy. We'll be fine, yeah. We love a bit of a balanced hip round, they're way easier. Okay, let's go, round 2. So think about really pulling all the core muscles in as well as the muscles in your legs. So it becomes a whole body exercise. Really lifting that leg up, getting a bit of extra tone into our bum. Round 2's done already. Yay, 2 more on this leg and then we can switch. It's going to go so fast this morning. Round 3, let's go. So inhaling it down, exhaling it up. Keep moving through the exercise. And we're done. Fabulous. So we have 1 more on this side, I think. And then we move to the other side. Okay, last one. So really engage those muscles. Make sure that the whole movement is with control and that your leg feels like it's moving through treacle. Almost there. Excellent. Okay, so the next 4 rounds are going to be on the other leg. So this time the right foot on the ground and the left leg is doing the movement. Let's go. So we inhale down, exhale, up. So come into the outside of that calf with the knee. Keeping the core pulled in. Think about moving the inner thighs towards one another and rest so that that then engages the psoas muscle, our deep core muscles. Good. Get ready for the next round. Let's go. So exhaling on the up. Everything engaged. Good stuff. Really thinking about grounding down through the feet and the hands in these movements to help with the balance. Okay, 2 more rounds to go. Let's go. So inhale down, exhale out. Really feel the mat underneath the right foot. Feel the block or the mat underneath the hands. Lifting that leg up. Good stuff. We have 20 seconds left to go and the first round is done already. Can you believe it? Maybe it's just easier doing it in the morning. Okay, last round, let's go. Maybe a little bit faster if you can. Good stuff, and rest. Okay, have a little move around. Move the block out of the way if you're using it. Come down into butterfly legs and just have a little flap of your butterfly wings to have a little bit of a rest after that one. And I'll talk you through the next round. So the next round is based on side lunge and half moon. So staying with our balance theme. Side lunge can be as deep or as shallow as is right for your practice. So with this one, we'll start 4 rounds at one end of the mat, the other 4 rounds at the other end of the mat. First of all, we step and we do a nice big side lunge. Then we have to think about our feet positioning on this one, because we then need to ensure that our toes are pointing towards the end of the mat as we come back up and move into half moon. So the more your foot is straight, the easier it will be to balance. So we come back into our side lunge and then we move forwards into our half moon. So 4 from one end of the mat, 4 from the other end of the mat. Think about engaging everything. Think about pulling those inner thighs towards one another. As you're moving, pull the core in. The tighter the core, the easier it is for you to balance. And we're not flying around really, really fast on this one. We're doing all of it with controlled movement. So, next lot, are we ready? Of course you're ready. Okay, so let's go. So, coming over into side lunge, as low or as high as is good, then moving forwards into half moon. Coming back, landing lightly into your lunge, coming over into half moon. Use your hands on the floor if you need to. And again, go deep or as low as you need. And rest. Round 1 done already. Good stuff. Okay. So round 2. If your lunge is here, that's absolutely fine. You have to do what is right for your practice. If you can come down lower and you want to come down lower, then please feel free to do so. Really reaching up into that half moon. Inhale down into lunge. Exhale up into moon. Inhale down. Round 2. Done. Rest. Okay, 2 more rounds on this side. Okay, round 3, let's go. Lunging down, up into your half moon. Lunging down, inhaling, exhaling up. Inhaling down, exhale, coming up. Inhaling down, and we're done with that round. Okay, have a little rest in the middle. Stretch out wherever you need to stretch out. Last round on this side. Inhaling down, exhale, up. Inhaling down, squeeze those core muscles as you move. Exhaling up. Make sure your body is tight, using all those muscles in between to help you balance. And rest. Okay, next 4 rounds from the other end of the mat. Exactly the same exercise, just focusing on the other leg. Okay, let's go down, lunge, exhale, half moon. Oops. Watch your mat balance. Good stuff. Okay, 3 more rounds from this end. Really think about engaging those muscles. One side will always be easier than the other. For me, this is my difficult side. Keep the breath moving. And rest. Okay, 2 more rounds on this side. Let's go. Lunging down. Inhaling down. Pulling everything in. Big movements this morning. Lots of falling over from me. Okay, last round. Let's go. Excellent. And relax. I got my foot this morning, my plaster's fallen off. Okay, have a little rest. Have a little drink of water if you need. Take the feet out in front of you and we'll just stretch out down the sides of the body following that round of exercise. So just letting the breath flow as feels good, moving from one side to the other side, to the other side. Good. Okay, so the next exercise is based on tree. And this one is about strength as well as balance. So this one requires a bit of focus. You're going to need to find a point that you can really look at. Then we cross one leg over the other, bringing the hands to heart center or to your hips. I find it easier at heart center because I can press my hands into one another and give me more strength. So we're moving from tree into a figure four squat, into tree, into a figure four squat. So this really needs you to pull the core in. It really needs you to focus on a point on the floor. So we're going to do 4 on one leg, then 4 on the other leg. Okay, let's get ready. So cross the foot over and then squatting down, lifting up, exhaling down, inhaling up. Good. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Good. And rest. 3 more on that leg. So really thinking about doing this one with a lot of control. Next round. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Squatting as far down as you can, keeping the chest open and up. Excellent work. Okay, 2 more on this side. So much going on in this pose. Our legs are getting a good workout. We're improving the neural passageways from our feet up to our brain through the balance. Squeezing everything in towards the midline. Good stuff. And rest. 1 more on this side, then we'll switch to the other leg. And then we'll be almost onto the last round. It goes so quickly. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Squeezing everything in. Trying to keep that knee above the ankle on the standing leg. Not letting it roll in or roll out. Excellent stuff. Give the legs a little kick off. We're going to switch to the other side now for 4 rounds. Excellent. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Going as low as you can. And there's no judgment with that. All of our bodies are different, so some of you will be able to go deeper than others. And rest. Also notice that on one hip, it'll be more comfortable than the other hip, because we have different ranges of motion on the different sides of our body. Next round. Excellent. Really pull everything into the midline. And relax. We've got 2 more on this side. So really focus on pulling everything in. Probably started on your dominant side, so sometimes the other side is a little bit more challenging. Take it slower. Pull everything in. Find that point of focus. Good stuff, good work. Good. Last round, you've totally got this. Last 20 seconds. So really focusing on putting everything in, finding your spot that you look at, and then don't deviate your eyes from that spot. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Squeezing everything towards the midline of the body. Press the hands into one another. Good stuff, and rest. Okay, so for this one, we will have a little lie on the floor in Sphinx, just to relax after all of that. So really let the chest move forward, let the legs completely relax. Just have a moment down here, chilling. The last movement is another balancing movement, and it's probably the biggest range of motion that we've done all day, because we're going all the way from the floor to as tall as we can. Again, work with your practice. So if this one's based on malasana, so if you don't have malasana in your practice, so malasana is when we come down into a yogi squat, so we're all the way down on the ground. Toes are pointing in the same direction as our knees, and we're trying to get everything flexed. If malasana isn't in your practice, and equally everyone's malasana will look different. Some people will have their heels off the ground, some people will have their heels down. Our feet will all be at different angles, so don't judge yourself on that, just let it be. But if malasana is too deep for you, then do it from yogi squat instead. So just get as low as you can. So we're moving from as low as we can, and we'll move, really think about grounding down through the feet. So as we come up, we bring our elbow to our knee, then we come down into malasana, and then we go up, elbow to the opposite knee. So this is going to take a lot of core strength to make sure we don't topple over one way or the other. And to start with, we're going to start quite slow, because I want the movement to be really controlled so that we don't hurt ourselves. So think about the positioning of your feet, and think about how you're going to move from that low position all the way down, squeezing into the midline of the body, going all the way down, and then squeezing into the midline of the body. So when I say the midline, I want you to imagine that you've got a line straight down the centre of your body, and everything is squeezing towards that line, which will help with the balance too. Okay, we ready? Of course you're ready. Born ready. Last round, so here we go. So down into the middle, and then squeeze it to the midline. Down into the middle, squeeze it to the midline. So we inhale down, exhale squeeze. Inhale down, exhale squeeze. Good, first round done. Excellent, and really good control. So we continue like that for the next 7 rounds. Down we go, exhale squeeze. Down we go, exhale squeeze. Trying to bring that elbow and the knee directly in front of you, as opposed to too much twisting. So we're not twisting, we're bringing it straight in front of us. Good stuff. And you're done, round 2. Have a rest. Okay. Let's go, next round. Down we go. Squeeze to the midline. Down we go. Squeeze to the midline. Good. Inhaling down, exhale, squeeze. Really pull those core muscles in. Keep the legs engaged and rest. Good stuff. Next round. Get down nice and low. as low as you can go. Good. You've got this now, yes. And rest. Okay, that's halfway. 4 more. Then we can lay on the ground and recover. Okay. Keep the breath moving. Keep the body moving. Good stuff. Get that bum down low. And rest. 3 more. Totally got this. Let's go. Elbow to knee. Squeeze it in. All the way down. All the way up. Good. Excellent. We're all in synchro that time. Beautiful. Okay, 2 more to go. Let's see if we can do it a little bit faster. We're used to the movement now. We've got the control. Elbows to knees in front of us. Good stuff. Excellent. Oh, and rest. Last 20 seconds. Ready, set, go. Last 20. Fast as you can, with control. All the way down, all the way up. Keep the breath moving. Excellent stuff. Almost there. Keep going. Yes, well done. Brilliant stuff. Done. Okay, so just after all of that flexing at the hip, we'll do a quick quad stretch before we go down onto the ground. So again, because we're balancing, we might as well do it stood up. Really ground down through the right leg. Hold the foot of your left foot in your left hand. Stretch the knee down towards the ground and towards the standing leg. Then tuck the tailbone under. And then you should really feel a stretch down the front of the quad. And then hopefully I can get my breath back and it will be easier to explain the other side. So really squeeze that foot into your bum and really tuck the tailbone under to increase the stretch. It's easy to balance on one leg when you don't have to move. Perfect. Okay, let's switch to the other side. So ground down through the left foot, hold the right foot in the right hand. Stretch the knee down towards the ground, squeeze it towards the standing leg, tuck the tailbone under, and then pull that heel into your bum. You should really feel that stretch down the front of the leg in the quads. Fabulous. Excellent. Okay, and then let that one go. So we'll just do a couple of other stretches before we lay on our back and relax. So another quad stretch because we've done so much flexing. So bringing your front foot so that the knee is nice and bent and take the knee slightly back, really bringing the hips forwards so you feel the stretch down the hip flexor. And then if you can and you feel secure here, bend that back leg up, reach around for it and see whether you can pull it in towards the bum. Doesn't matter whether you're holding the foot from the inside or the outside or over the toes, whatever feels most comfortable. And then once you've got your balance, gently see if you can bring the hips forward slightly or maybe pull the heel in towards your bum slightly. This is a really big stretch down the front of the leg, so you'll probably really feel this in your quads. Great stretch to do if you've been sitting all day. Not that we've had a chance to do that yet, it's early in the morning. One more breath here. And then release that off. Let's switch legs to the other side. So really find that nice bend in the front leg. The knee is slightly back of the hips. Find that stretch in the hip flexor first. Then take the hips back slightly. Bend the back leg. Reach around for it. Notice one side's going to be tighter than the other. So pull the foot in towards your bum first. And then allow the hips to come forward slightly if you can. Try and relax into the stretch with each breath. Excellent stuff. Then release that stretch off. Bring both feet to the front of the mat. Heel toe them out to the sides. Come into malasana and then sit down on your bum and bring your feet out in front of you. Then we'll roll down all the way back onto our mats. Take the feet wide as your yoga mat. And just allow one knee to fall into the centre. And then roll over on the hips so the other knee can fall into the centre. Just gently windscreen wipering the legs from one side to the other. Fabulous. Then take the arms straight out from the shoulders. Bring the feet in line with the hips. Really ground down through the lower back. So the lower back's really comfortable. And then hug the knees into the chest. Now keeping the shoulders grounded, palms face down on the ground. Really engage your arms and your shoulders into the mat and the ground. Keep them grounded. Take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, twist your legs over to the left, but only as far as you can go while still keeping your shoulders on the mat. Then inhale back through centre and exhale, twist them over to the other side. Again, keeping those shoulders and those arms grounded. Inhale through centre, exhale, twist one way. Inhale through centre, exhale, twist the other way. Inhale through centre, exhale, twist. Inhale through centre, exhale, twist. Excellent. Inhale through centre. Put the feet back down on the mat. This time we take the feet out long. Take the arms up above our head. Shuffle the head and the shoulders and the arms over towards the left, and then shuffle our feet over towards the left as well. Keeping your sides grounded, so both of your sit bones are still on the mat, both of your shoulder blades are still on the mat. We're not allowing the hip to lift, we're pressing it down into the mat. Really finding that stretch down the right side of the body. Then shuffle yourself back to centre, so shuffle the shoulders back, shuffle the legs back, and then shuffle the shoulders and the head and the arms over to the right, and shuffle the feet over to the right. Again, really grounding down through both sit bones, pressing the left hip down into the mat. Really stretching out through the left side of the body on this side. Inhaling nice and deeply, expanding those ribs on the left side. And then as you exhale, release and relax everything onto the mat. And then bring yourself back to centre. So shuffle the shoulders back, shuffle the legs back, and make any movement you need to before we come into final Savasana. So if you want to have a wiggle or a stretch anywhere, now is your chance. And then make sure your lower back is comfortable. Take your arms down by your sides and tuck the shoulders underneath the torso. Legs out long, relaxed, and the feet fall open. Unless you have any lower back issues, in which case bring the feet to the floor and allow the knees to roll in. And then just take 10 deep breaths laid in Savasana. On each inhale, take the breath deep inside the body to any tight spots or any areas of tension. And on each exhale, allow the body to release that tension and relax. And bringing your awareness back to the body, maybe roll the head from one side to the other, maybe wiggle the fingers or wiggle the toes, maybe rotate through the wrists or the ankles. Move the body in whichever way it craves. And then when you're ready, roll over onto your side, come up to seated. And we're finished with 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Excellent. And with that, the sun makes an appearance. Thank you for joining me on the mat this morning. You totally aced it. You can go about the rest of your day feeling smug in the knowledge that you have already done your exercise for the day. Hope to see you on your mats again soon. Namaste.